Welcome back, guys. We're going to do another typewriter review. This is a 1959 Olympia SG-1. This is a really cool machine. Now, I know I complained a lot about the Royal Empress, but there is a reason, and it is because I've used standards like this. This is a real typewriter. I don't think Olympia deserves half the hype they get, but the SG-1 deserves every bit of it, because this thing is solid. This is a nice typewriter, and it has some really, really neat features. So let's get into it. Taking a closer look here at the keyboard, we can see that it is a pretty standard layout. You have your tab on top, you have your clear and set for your tab. It all works pretty normally. This is your sensitivity. I think it goes up to 8. Yes, it goes up to 8 and then resets. I like to keep things on 1 because I'm a wimp and I like to type with a very, very light touch. You have on this side your shift lock and margin release. Oddly labeled MR, but I guess it, clears up what it could possibly be. Not too many options there. But you do have some other odd characters in here, such as these fractions. These keys here, the caret, and I have no idea what the point of that is. 1 over just nothing. A degrees key, and TH, 3/4 under your exclamation mark, and some other things. Backspace, awesomely enough, is on this side of the keyboard, which is great for people like myself who grew up on computers. On this side, you have your ribbon select. I have no idea why it has so many colors. I just keep it on black because I just have a black ribbon on there right now. So really nothing too fancy there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. It has a really nice touch though. I will say the Olympia's layout here is very, very nice for typing. Nice big space bar. It's spaced away from the keyboard, so you don't really miss it too often. Moving up very slightly, we have the ribbon cover. We could take that off just by pulling up. It has a combination of latches and sort of the same thing as the Royal Empress, pins and rings, except the Olympia has the exact opposite. It is the pins on the machine and the rings on the cover. It also has latches on the back here that you kind of slot it into. So pretty nice, very stable, no chance of the thing coming off at all, ever. There's not really any controls underneath here, but I thought I'd show it anyway. Got a little bit of rust on here. But it does accept universal spools, so if yours doesn't have any spools, as mine did not, you can just slap some plastic spools on there, and there you go. Now, I will admit, I don't know what this is for. No idea what that is for, and I haven't found out in the slightest what it's supposed to do. So if you know, comment underneath. We have paper guides here for if you are going to type on a note paper or anything like that, like a little note card. It will hold it in place, so that's a really nice feature. As I said before, it is a basket shift, so very, very light shift. But that's about it for under the cover. Really not too much to see. Moving up once again, we have the Carriage. And this is where the fun starts, honestly. You have a little thing to keep your paper moving in the right direction so it doesn't kind of bind up on itself. There should be on this machine a plastic paper guide, but I don't have that, and typically people don't have them, sadly. This is your release, and the cool thing is that it knocks this out of the way too. So if you're loading paper or pulling it out like that, whoosh, you can pull that guy out and it won't interfere with this. You don't got to pull it forward or anything. Like the Royal Empress, by the way. You can do that. Kind of a neat feature. But the really, really, really neat thing about this is this. This little lever here. It looks like nothing, but if you put a piece of paper in here, which I will do right now. Go ahead and slap a piece of paper in there. And pull this lever. Boom. Well, usually it doesn't fold over, but there you go. Automatically loads like that. Isn't that really, really cool? It's such a neat feature, and honestly, if I was gonna, tempted to keep this thing, that would be the reason why. Because wow, that is so cool. Over here on this side, you have your knobs, as you would expect. Carriage release, and you can hear the bell there too. Not sure what this does, honestly. I'm going to be brutally honest. I have no idea what this lever is back here for. This selects whether it is free or not. You can set your level of, how far you want it to go by. Oh, can you adjust that? Oh, I thought you could adjust that. Oh no, it's up here. Sorry, I'm an idiot. You adjust this, and it adjusts the spacing of your lines. I like to keep it on 1 or 1.5. This machine only does 1, 2, and 3, I think. And so I usually just keep it on 1 if it can't do 1.5. Which is a bummer, but it is what it is. Other than that, though, this machine is freaking fantastic. Everything about it is incredible. If you can get your hands on one of these, definitely do so. So, let's go ahead and start typing. Alright, so as I said, go ahead and start the typing test. And, like I said, it is a really light touch, and it's super stable, no wobbling, no nothing. And unlike the Empress, it's not 3 feet wide, so it is quite nice to put on a desk. And even with the wider carriage like I got here, it doesn't take up that much space. It's a nice, really solid, well-made standard. And, like I said, as much hype as Olympia gets, this is the machine that actually deserves it. Forget about your SMs, the SM9, all that crap. Buy an Olympia SG, because you will not be sorry. This is a great typewriter. So let's go ahead. Tab. Oh, maybe I changed the tab on that. Hold on. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set. Try that again. There we go. Okay. Ah. It is so hot today. I'm just sweating. Hands are sliding all over the place. So there you go. Except my typing is pretty crappy. Alright, so zoomed up to the page here. You can see what the font looks like, and obviously I need a new ribbon on this, but the typewriter, this one at least, has a font called Senatorial, and it's kind of this futuristic looking font, kind of the type of thing you'd see printed on the side of electronics products in the 1970s. At least that's what makes me think of. Obviously this predates that by quite a bit, but I think it's similar to another font you'd find, I think, on Olivetti machines. Don't quote me, but it's called Techno. But yeah, very, very simple, futuristic looking font. I like it. It stands out from what you'd normally see on a typewriter. And obviously makes this machine worth a little bit more than a normal one. So yeah, that is the Olympia SG from 1959. I hope you enjoyed this, because it's a really nice typewriter. I highly recommend you go out and buy yourself one. If you are in the market for a machine and you don't mind spending, anywhere from $20 to $200, because I think these go for quite a bit on eBay. I'm actually selling this machine to somebody locally for a little bit less than what you'd find on eBay, but it's a good deal for me, because passing it on to somebody who will actually use it, because it's been sitting underneath this desk for me for a while. So yeah, I'm Mad King Corduroy. Remember to like and subscribe, comment below. I read everything you guys type, and no pun intended there. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time.